he tells me, hey, aren't you the guy that co-signed Andrew Tate being a Christian? And I'm like, what? What happened after the debate is that he went and made a video and said that because he said I had on 2 Apple Watches, which if you know me, I have on an Apple Watch and a boot. I don't expect that from Christians.
Ruslan.
So I premiered a video earlier today on the Blessed God Studios channel. You guys should all be subscribed there if you're not subscribed there. You might be watching this. I might make this into a video. And there's a creator that I debated publicly named Rollo Tomasi. He's a part of the Red Pill. He identifies as the Godfather. I read 2 of his books. I debated him publicly on the Sauce podcast. And I said, and so he was in the chat. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Rollo's watching a thing about the Red Pill on our second channel. I didn't even know he was up on my second channel, right? And in the podcast, we agreed that we were going to do a part 2. I told him I'd fly him out. I'm still trying to fly him out to California to have a conversation about all this like men's rights, Red Pill stuff. Sorry if you guys don't know what this is, but whatever. Anyway, I did a video on it. You guys can go check it out. I'll try to link it if I remember. So Rollo is in the chat and he's going back and forth. And in the chat, I said, hey, man, are you still down to do part 2 of the podcast? Now, what happened after the debate is that he went and made a video and said that because he said I had on 2 Apple Watches, which if you know me, I have on an Apple Watch and a Whoop. And he said I was cheating and I was getting secret information during the debate, apparently because he thought I'd performed well on the debate. Okay, whatever. I think I did okay. I think I could have done better. So Rollo says he did this whole thing and you know, I was wearing 2 different watches and Zach was feeding me secret information, yada, yada, yada. And so we ended up roasting Rollo and we created this little drop.
You guys think I'm stupid. I'm not stupid, guys. I know this.
So that's Rollo telling me and Zach that I was cheating in the debate because I have on 2 Apple Watches. Again, I got an Apple Watch, I got a Whoop. Okay. So in the discussion of the chat, he tells me, hey, aren't you the guy that co-signed Andrew Tate being a Christian? And I was like, no. I don't think I ever co-signed Andrew Tate being a Christian. He said, yeah, you did. Do you want me to pull it up? And I'm like, what? And I said, if I did, I was wrong and I misspoke. I have no problem with saying I'm wrong. But then I went and looked up the clip that he was referencing and I never said Andrew Tate was a Christian, right? So I said, I don't know if it's genuine or not, but this is what he's professing. And I could play the clip. Matter of fact, let's play the clip. So anyway, I'm saying all this to say, like, I understand when people who are operating with a different worldview are being deceptive and misleading. And I got an interesting way that this whole story ends. Okay, so just give me a second. I'm gonna pull you guys up the actual
thoughts on Andrew Tate and basically what he's saying right now, and then let Rollo respond.
Yeah, I think Andrew Tate is someone that seems to be going through a public transformation, specifically with his faith view. He's atheist.
Said seems to be going through a public transformation, specifically with his faith view. Words are very important. So listen.
Now all of a sudden he's going to church. He said so. He said I was an atheist. Now I'm going to church twice a week.
What makes that believable?
What makes that believable? You think he's trolling?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he might be trolling. I hope.
I think he might be trolling.
Trolling religion?
Yeah, I hope not. You know, I mean,
he wouldn't be the first one.
Yeah, in that interview, he said that. So I think he's experiencing some cognitive dissonance there. I think he's brilliant in terms of how he's been able to leverage the internet. Can't tell how much of this is hyperbole. Can't tell how much of this is a character. I've seen videos of him breaking character and like laughing at himself. And so I think from a marketing standpoint, I think it's very sharp. I think when you're going to those types of languages, like what do we again? What is the average person going to think? I'm entitled to multiple women. Can an average person take care of multiple women? Can an average person have multiple kids with multiple women? You know the statistics on how devastating it is to a man to have multiple kids with multiple women.
One thing I'll say, and then I'll get, you know what percentage of the world is on Andrew Tate's level? And I respect what he's doing. Good looking. You're talking about money, muscles, and game. The guy's a 4-time kickboxing champion, okay? The guy's making millions a month. Like, the problem is, and I respect what he's doing, 99.9999% of you will never be on Andrew Tate's level or on a level near Andrew Tate. And none of you guys are going to be LeBron. None of you are going to be Michael Jordan. None of you guys are going to be Brady. I'm not saying that's who he is. And if he's one of the few that can spin plates, as Rollo says, more power to you, brother. But most men can't do that.
What is the logical conclusion of that? He becomes Nick Cannon. He becomes the guy with 10, 11 baby mamas, and he feels bad about not being able to spend time with his kids.
How many kids do you think he has right now?
I don't know how many kids he has. I don't care. 0. Okay. Well, I mean, how many have been a part of that? Right?
Good question.
I mean, statistically speaking, that you're
so now we'll never know.
So now again, we're contributing to the very type of society that we don't want to see happen. We're contributing to these things. We're contributing to promiscuity. We're contributing to high body counts. We're contributing to yet we say we're against all those things. There's a lot of cognitive dissonance there. So I think, yeah, the logical conclusion of an Andrew Tate is he's Nick Cannon. And that may sound sexy until you're Nick Cannon.
You guys think I'm stupid. I'm not stupid, guys. I know this.
So that's what I actually said about Andrew Tate's faith. I said there's seemingly a transformation publicly happening. And then I said, oh yeah, maybe he's trolling. Maybe he's trolling. Maybe you're right, Rollo. Okay, that's what I actually said. Now, if we pull up the actual chat and what Rollo said, I said 2 totally different worlds apart. He said, "Oh, aren't you the same guy that was co-signing Nick Cannon and Andrew Tate's faith? Weren't you saying Andrew Tate's a Christian?" What? That's what you gathered from that? Right? So, by the way, shout out to Kelly who put this man in timeout. And by the way, then I discovered that I then hit him up like, hey, like I was going to go hit him up like, hey, look, this isn't what I said. Here's a screen grab of what I actually said. I'm not sure why you think that. Right? And I found out that he blocked me on all platforms, which is hilarious. So I went to like shoot him a DM on Twitter and Instagram. We were following each other. He blocked me on all platforms, which is probably because me and Zach roasted him and turned him into a drop on our soundboard.
You guys think I'm stupid. I'm not stupid, guys. I know this.
I say all this to say, ladies and gentlemen, I understand when people outside of the Christian community are this petty and misrepresent and fill in the blank. I understand. I get it. I don't expect that from Christians. Right? I expect Christians to extend a degree of mercy and grace to each other. That's what I expect. Right? And I get it. Non-Christians are going to do it. Non-Christians are going to do it. They're going to operate in a different way. That's fine. Right? That's totally fine. But when people are within the body of Christ are going after each other in this way, in the way that we've seen the Chosen be consistently attacked, and Dallas has went out of his way to do every single interview. I mean, listen, like Chosen has millions and millions of subscribers. He's popping up on my channel. He's popping up on Melissa Daughtery's channel. He's willing to discuss anything with anyone at any time. You know, not right now because they're, still working on it. But I mean, like when they're not in shooting mode, he's very accessible. So the fact that people keep doing this is it's just sad. Like it's really sad. It's really sad. Like you should, if someone's a born again brother in the faith, you should say, hey, you know what? We may not agree on anything, but I'm going to extend a degree of common courtesy and grace to you. I'm going to extend a degree of common courtesy and grace to you. I'm going to be charitable. I'm going to believe the best about you. I'm not going to believe that you've been corrupted by the LDS who control you and you're just a puppet master for the agenda of the Antichrist or whatever nonsensical stuff that you're seeing. Right?
And it said that Simeon blessed God.